And we are live. Hello, hello in the Black Educator Circle. It is so good to see everyone this evening. As you see, I'm on here, and I just want to be clear. I just want to be clear, okay? I'm not the only coach in the Black Educator Circle. This is not my show. It's not my show at all. So I just want to be clear. I know I've been coming on here live by myself for some time, but I want everyone to understand we've got three coaches in the BEC, and we have the privilege of having our very own money mindset coach, Coach Jackie McDaniel Vasquez. Go ahead, Coach. Say hello.
Hey, what's up, Black educators? You phenomenal, fabulous people, you. So excited to be here. And yeah, Dr. Pride, I be seeing you going live, girl. You've been killing it. But
Thank you,
yeah, she
Coach.
does have, cohorts and people who here to support and love on you just the same. So, hey.
Danae, we see you. Good evening to you, and it's good to see you, sis. It's good to see you. Listen, guys, if you have not registered your Facebook profile with StreamYard, please do so, because when you drop a message in the chat, we want to call you out by name. We want to be able to say hello. We want to be able to see you. So a few days ago, I dropped the StreamYard link in our in our chat on Facebook. So please make sure you look at the wall and get the link to register. It takes literally 10 seconds to register your Facebook account with StreamYard so that we can see you. So Danae, I know you did it. I see you on here. So good job, Danae, for registering with StreamYard. It's quick, it's easy, and that way we're able to call you out by name, right? And if you have a question, we can address you and your question at the same time. Guys, I got some great news. I don't know if you all saw, right? But I'm excited because we went from 480 members to literally 594 members right now overnight. Look, the floodgates just opened up. I don't even know what happened. I was in another principal group that I belong to, and I dropped the Black Educator Circle link, and it's been nothing but the floodgates from that moment on. So I'm excited. Listen, if you are here from the principals group that I am in with you, go ahead and say hello. It's okay. You can be in multiple groups, like such is life, right? Right. That's the spice of life.
It
So if
is.
you're here from the other principals group, say hi, hello. And I'm so excited that you are here with us tonight, guys. We are talking about recognizing your value. We are talking about recognizing your value, and one of the things that I wanted everyone to see. One of the things I wanted everyone to see is this month we are being intentional with each and every educator that desires to get to six figures. This month in the BEC is six figure success month. You do not want to miss it. We will be in here live Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, doing nothing but dropping gold nuggets to help you get the bag. That's what we're all about this month. So, this month, October, in the BEC, we are helping you secure your six figures as an educator. So, whether that means we're talking about traditional educational routes in terms of going up in leadership, right? Climbing the ladder, climbing the proverbial ladder, or we're talking about leaping out of traditional education and assuming some non-traditional roles to help you get the bag, right? We're talking about it all in the month of October. So we are here to help you get the bag, and I'm going to make sure that our money mindset coach is really pushing in with us this month, because before you get the bag, you got to get your mind right. We got to make sure your mind is right. You don't even realize it, but there are so many limiting beliefs that's blocking the flow of blessings coming your way. So we can push and train all we want to on our end about how to get the bag, but if your mind ain't right, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And so we're here all month. Me and Coach Jackie will be pushing in together all month, because we got to get we got to get right, and we got to help you get the bag. Today we want to talk a little bit about recognizing your value. This is the perfect opening for this month, the perfect opening this month. And of course, I had to have Coach Jackie on here because we are touching a little bit on your mindset, right? And your limiting beliefs with recognizing your value. And so, with that being said, guys, let's dig deep. I always ask you this question: where are you watching us from? Me and Coach Jackie want to know, where are you watching us from? Drop it in the chat. Danae, where are you watching us from? I see you on here. Where are you watching us from? I am streaming live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Coach Jackie, where are you streaming from?
Oh, the Bay Area, California, baby.
Coach Jackie is in Cali. She is 4 hours behind me. And so when we get off here, she's about to have some lunch. Not quite, but still. Where are you watching us from? I love it. Drop it in the chat. Drop in the chat. Where are you watching us from? Danae, where are you watching us from? I'd love to know where everyone is watching us from. Okay, recognizing your value. Recognizing your value. Let's go ahead and dig deep and dig deep. I wanted everyone to understand that today we'll be hitting these three major topics. Okay, and so the major topics that we've got today, we're talking about how times, especially in education, things are changing. And because change is inevitable, are you changing? Are you changing? We're then going to touch on your unique value, recognizing and understanding your unique value. And then we're going to talk about what might be blocking you from recognizing that value and how to overcome underestimation. How to overcome underestimation. Coach Jackie, are you excited?
I'm super excited. I was even like, I'm gonna take some notes because
I love it. I love it. Listen, I'm excited because when you start dropping gems, I can't tilt my camera down, but my notebook is right here. So if y'all see me doing this, I'm taking notes, right? Right. I am a lifelong learner. So if y'all see my head down, trust Dr. Pride is taking notes. So I
yes,
absolutely love it. So go ahead. Let's go ahead and dig deep and get down to the nitty gritty because we know that times are changing. I wanted to ask you, are you changing? Are you changing? Okay, Doc, what you mean? Am I changing? Are you with the shift? I know y'all like how I said that. Like, cause y'all be like, I ain't with the. Yeah, I understand. Dr. Pride doesn't cuss, but are you with the shift? Because we got to get out of our own way. A lot of times we are stuck in our own way. Let me make this plain for you all, okay? And I wanted everyone to kind of see the images really quickly, right? If you can remember being in school, some of us had chalkboards. I want you to look at the images. Some of us had chalkboards. I'm one of them. I remember. Let's come down to the nitty gritty. I remember being the student that was always raising her hand and volunteering to clap the erasers outside because it gave me license to walk outside of the building. Come on now, on a bright and sunny day, get some fresh air and clean the erasers. Y'all remember that? Clapping the erasers together. I remember the chalkboard. Let me do you one further. I remember the teacher having this instrument that held 5 pieces of chalk, and she would go over the blackboard, right? She would go over the blackboard with that for the lines, and we practice cursive and we practice writing. And she would call us up to the board 5 at a time. Come on, y'all, reminisce with me. Reminisce with me. I remember my mother dressing me up to go to school. Come on, we're going down memory lane. She would dress me up to go to school, and I had the little frilly socks that we pulled all the way up right below our knees, right? I remember. I remember that being a thing. I remember the dust from the chalk, erasing the chalkboard, having to get a sponge and wash the chalkboard. I remember during detention, that was one of the duties that we had to do was wash that chalkboard, and it had to be clean. Reminisce with me for a second. And now look at where we are. Look at where we are. Chalkboard, please, that's a thing of the past. We're talking about whiteboards. We're talking about whiteboards now, dry erase markers. Why does the teacher have 3 packs of dry erase markers on my child's school list? But that's a different story for a different day, right? But now, of course, each student gets a laptop or an iPad, right? That's why I got this image here in the corner, at the top. Each student now is required to have their own headphones. Headphones was not on the school supply list when we were in school. Come on, y'all, let's talk about it. Let's talk about how times have changed. And of course, we have more hands-on learning, which is amazing. There are some amazing things that we have done in education. We now have more hands-on learning. We now have teachers now intentionally coming down and sitting with the students, getting intimate with the students, and small group instruction, which is the other picture that I have here, right? And I just wanted to briefly take a quick snapshot of where education used to be and how it has changed to ask you, are you with the shift? Are you with the shift? Because just as education has shifted, we've got to shift our mindset from these traditional roles of educators and start to embrace the emergence of diverse educational platforms and avenues. Are you with the shift? So look, I'm not going to stay on this too long. Y'all know I'm 5'3". I'm too short to be long-winded. Okay. So that's one thing about me. Okay. So we're not going to stay on this too long, but I need you to understand that while you may be looking at your classroom like a jail cell, like you can't get out, like a cage, take a moment and open your mind and understand that it's not just districts and charter school networks and private schools and private institutions that are looking for educators. Let me drop this knowledge on you. Almost every major corporation has an educator on the books. And you may say, what are you talking about, Dr. Pride? I can work at Apple. I can work at Dell. I can work at HP. You absolutely can. Do you know why? They're constantly looking for corporate trainers. Who better, who more qualified to train adults than an actual educator? So just your background right now gives you a leg up, and which is you don't understand. Your all of your years of experience in the classroom gives you a leg up over all the competition. I had a CEO come to me and say, if I could secure a CEO of a nonprofit organization that deals with after school programming, and he said to me, if I could just get my hands on a trained teacher to be my program director, to be my CAO, chief academic officer, we would be, that would be all the world. That would make such a huge difference in the impact that we have in these schools. Think outside the box, y'all. I need y'all to shift your mind, intentionally shift your mind from these traditional roles to diverse educational platforms and non-traditional roles. Now, I know it's a big thing. I know it's a big thing. Good. Listen, I'm glad you're here. The Pursuit Club Road to Happiness. I'm gonna have you present in a couple of days. I love that. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad this is resonating with you. Me and Coach Jackie are so excited that you're with us. And look, with that though, guys, we now have to shift our minds. We've got to shift where we're looking for jobs too. Okay. And we're gonna dig deep into all of this week. I promise you. This entire month, we are intentionally dropping tools, gems, tips, tricks to help you secure that 6 figures. That's our goal this month. We want to help you secure your 6-figure position. Whether that be in traditional ed or out of traditional ed, you're going to get the bag and we're going to help you. That's our mission this month. So now with that being said, guys, after you shift your mind and stop yourself from just looking at traditional roles, right? Widen your net a little bit, broaden your view a little bit. I want you to understand who you are. I want you to understand what you bring to the table. I want you to specifically understand your unique value, right?
Yes.
And so there's some introspection that needs to be done because you got to ask yourself, what are the unique skills and experiences that I bring to the table? What
Mm.
are those? A lot of you feel as though, man, I've been a classroom educator for 12 years. Nobody's going to want me. No, I mean, that's all I know. And so because that's all I see, you think that's all they're going to see. Well, guess what? I want you to do some introspection. I want you to sit down and I really want you to list the skills that it takes to do what you do and to do it so well. Because a lot of times, and we talked about this a few weeks ago, we talked about the soft skills. A lot of times you sleep on soft skills like communication, like productivity, like creativity. You sleep on those skills, but those are actually skills that are going to set you apart from everyone else. You have no idea that what exactly jobs are looking for. But jobs could be like, look, we need someone creative. I mean, I know what the post says and I know what we put out there, but we really are looking for someone creative because this role, being a curriculum writer, requires creativity. And the last curriculum writer we had in here, oh my goodness, not creative at all. So don't sleep on your soft skills. A lot of times, we sleep on our soft skills, and I hope this is good to someone. A lot of times we sleep on our soft skills because we really don't know how important we are. We really don't understand our worth and our value, not just as a teacher, not just as an educator, but as a professional, right? And so I want to take some time to emphasize the importance of self worth and having confidence in what you can do. Listen, I don't know listen, I don't know a more confident coach than Coach Jackie, which is why I'm going to I'm going to tag her in right now because when I tell you, that's my go to coach. That's what y'all don't understand, right? We are colleagues. We do work side by side, shoulder to shoulder, and love on each other. But when I'm feeling low and down, I'm right here like this, Coach Jackie, right? So I want to tag team Coach Jackie in
Yes.
because we as educators, we really don't understand our self-worth.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I love everything that you are saying, Dr. Pride. And when I was saying I was going to take notes, I'm literally like, I love the are you with the shift? Because at the end of the day, it's about shifting your mindset into something bigger than what you're used to.
That's
You
right.
know what you're used to. This is the box you've been in. We see you, right?
Yeah,
But in order to get out of the box, that change has to happen from within.
that's
And
right.
so the very first thing that comes to mind for me is reminding yourself that you are a gift.
Mm,
You've done hard things before. You've done
I
hard
love
things
that.
before, even when you became an educator or were in school to become an educator. It wasn't like it was super easy and you were just flying off the rail. You were learning. And I love what Dr. Pride said. She is a constant, a constant learner, a forever learner. And that is what we all remain to be. And so when knowing that you're a forever learner, leaning into your gifts, it starts off scary. It starts off outside of your comfort zone. It starts off very like, I don't know if I'm deserving or worthy of this.
Right.
We all start there. And so leaning into your gifts is understanding that you are a gift to this world. I say this all the time, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And the more that we all lean into our gifts, the more that we're all standing in our light and being the gift that we are. You have
Absolutely.
special talents that you may think, well, there's a whole bunch of third grade teachers, or there's a whole bunch of principals, or there's a whole bunch of this and this and that. But you are special. There's something unique about you. And, here I am, money mindset coach. So let me just throw this one in there. Oprah says
I
that
love it.
financial freedom is
Mm-hmm.
having about 8 streams of income. You
Mm,
were never meant to hang out just here. That was never meant for you. It was always meant for you to go above and beyond this one space because you're so gifted. you're so talented. If
Oh,
there's
that's
so
good.
many other things that you've done before, and especially as an educator, I love how Dr. Pride said checking in with your soft skills. You have soft skills. Communication is a phenomenal skill that if you've been on anybody's customer service line, ain't everybody got it. Okay. Ain't everybody got good communication skills. And
Say
so,
that.
you know what I'm saying? And so,
Right.
if you're a good communicator, you can be turning around and teaching. I love that corporate. You can be turning around and say, I'm an educator. I can teach your corporate, all of the people within your company how to communicate better,
That's right.
how to communicate effectively.
Mm.
Right? A lot of teachers, you guys are constantly checking in with your emotional intelligence. There are so many companies and institutions that emotional intelligence is at a loss. They're like,
Mm.
these people aren't even checking in with themselves. They get an attitude every time you come in to check in with them and say, hey, we need to work on this. And you could be teaching emotional intelligence
That's
to the
good.
masses.
That's good. That's
So
good.
tapping into your gifts looks a lot like you just realizing something that you do naturally, something that you do effortlessly, something that you just do. You can do with your one eye closed, watching TV with the other eye and reading the book over here. Something that's so easy for you, it may not come easy to everyone else.
Mm.
So knowing your worth. And so I'm a very big advocate, like I said, of saying and letting and reminding you, you are a gift. And the moment that you get more comfortable in your gift, the confidence comes so naturally.
Say
I
that. Say
want
that.
you to think about the first time you hit a classroom. I bet you that night before you were writing everything down, worried about your lesson plan, worried to make sure you had all your, now, like you said, it used to be chalk, making sure that you had all of your dry erase board markers.
That's right.
Right? Like you wanted to make sure that it was perfect. But at the
Yep.
end of the day, you only got better the more you showed up,
Man.
the more you kept doing it. So you are worthy because you are. You're here because you're a gift. You've gotten to where you are because you're magical, because you're a gift to this world.
Mm.
And you may say, well, I worked really hard for this position. Honey, I'm going to let you know. Didn't everybody make it?
Mm.
Everybody didn't make it to the principal position. Okay. You got people stuck with where they're at because they're stuck here.
Say that.
So you've already seen yourself do something to go above and beyond what everybody else is hanging out at.
That's good, coach. That's good.
Right. And knowing that you have already done things that are above and beyond whatever you have or want to do next. Now, let's say want to do, make
Mm-hmm.
it something you enjoy participating in. Right? It could be, you could end up going and working for Facebook. Make sure it's something you enjoy participating in. But as you're doing it, as you're there, lean on the skills that come easy and natural to you. You're worthy because you're a gift, and you have these skills because you are you, and
I
you've
love
worked
that.
yourself there. Right?
I,
So
I
go
love
ahead.
that. I love that 100%. I don't know if I'm the only one here taking notes, but you listen, you've got to lean into your skills. You've got to lean into your skills. You're skilled. You are skilled. When the principal is not in the building runs smoother. Come on now. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all love it when the principal's not in the building because you don't have no fights. There's no arguments. There's no teacher tension. There's none of it. The building runs smoothly. Who am I preaching to? Who knows what I'm saying? So, what I want you to do is, I want you to understand you can lean on those skills. That's leadership, y'all. You can lean on your soft skills. Lean on your soft skills. And I love the fact that Coach Jackie brought that up. I think the fact that we're not leaning on them is because it's two-part. We don't realize they're there,
Yes.
right? So because I know I'm sitting in the chair and I know what my chair does, so I know I can do this. But I
Yes.
think the fact that we're not leaning on them is because we don't feel that they're there. I think another reason we're not leaning on them. I think another reason we're not leaning on them is because we tend to underestimate ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We tend to underestimate ourselves. And I wanted to bring this up because we've got to stop this as a people.
Yeah.
We have to stop this as a people. Our ancestors were kings and queens and rulers. We have to stop underestimating ourselves. I wanted to look at the reasons we tend to undervalue our skills. I didn't want to just say this is what we do, right? Because I'm an educator. So I didn't want to just say this is what we do. I wanted to give some reasons behind why we do what we do. Okay. So I wanted to talk about just how society views us and the stereotypes around surrounding educators, right? Because I know that when you tell people you're a teacher, or you're an educator, or you're a principal, or you're an assistant principal, right? It's viewed as being noble, right? Like, okay, that's a noble profession, but I know you ain't getting no money.
Right. People always say that.
And society's okay with that because this is such a noble profession. And for a lot of us, it's our calling. Let's talk about it. There's trauma here.
Yeah.
For a lot of us, it's our calling. And so because this is our calling, they feel as though you're not going to leave. So we can pay you peanuts and pistachios because you ain't going nowhere. I mean, aren't you called to do this? Let's talk about it. This is the heaviest reason why you have to stop undervaluing your skills.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm working in my calling. Teaching is my calling. Education is my calling. Being an educator, I've always wanted to do this. And I'm working in my calling, but my lights are being shut off. I'm working in my calling, but I have to take a second, third job. Come on, y'all. We're talking about it.
That's a money block.
So because we are perceived as educators, because education and teaching is a noble profession, we get the scraps and the leftovers in terms of compensation. And I know you guys have heard of this. Those who can do, those who can't teach. That's a societal stereotype. But who taught the people who can do how to do?
Come on. Who taught them?
Listen, I always ask that question after I hear that quote. Right? Because you weren't born knowing how to do.
No.
Right? You were taught how to.
Yes.
By a teacher. Okay, so I'm gonna get off my soapbox with that. I'll get off my soapbox with that. So I just wanted to really quickly look at some societal perceptions and stereotypes. And then of course there's economic indicators, salary, right? Pay me my. Y'all can tell I'm passionate about this thing, right? This is why I'm so excited about the six-figure success month this month, right? Salary often serves as a benchmark for the value of a profession, unfortunately. So when educators receive compensation that doesn't align with their workload, responsibilities, and the critical role they play in society, what does it do? It directly leads to feelings of being undervalued. I hope I'm pinching a nerve right now. I hope someone's feeling me right now. If you're feeling me, go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat. If you're feeling me, just drop a 1 in the chat if you're feeling me. If you're watching this on replay, still drop your 1 in the chat if you're feeling what I'm saying. So oftentimes the reason we've got issues and we feel undervalued is because they're not compensating us. Lastly, because I don't want to keep you all night, there is an overemphasis when it comes to testing. And because we overemphasize testing, we as educators feel as though we got to teach to the test because everything boils down to how did your kids do on the test?
That's
I see
nuts.
the ones in the chat. I see the ones. They coming. They see the ones are flooding in. I see them. But there's such an overemphasis in standardized testing that even though you go in as an educator with passion and purpose and promise, at the end of the day, when they pull them student scores, it don't matter how much you can brag about your classroom management. It doesn't matter how much you can brag about, hey, I got the kids their test results back right away. I graded homework. I was always there for the kids. I was someone's shoulder to cry on. I made a true impact. The only question the principal is asking you is, what's the student data say? How many points did they gain under your leadership? What percentage is passing? What percentage passed the state exam? Talk about undervalued.
Jesus.
So we're starting the month off strong.
Yeah.
We starting the month off strong. It is 9:01, and as I always say, I'm way too short to be long-winded. For those of you who have been in the same presence of me that I've been in, I'm only 5'3", guys. So I
Me
talk
too,
big, but
me.
I'm 5'3". Like when you meet me in person, you're gonna be like, Dr. Pride, like really? Like yes. I'm itty bitty, which is where the fire comes from, right? But I want you to stop undervaluing your skills.
Yeah.
I want you to stop undervaluing your skills. They may have undervalued your skills, but don't you do it.
No.
Don't do it to yourself. Okay. And so there needs to be a shift. There needs to be a shift. And Coach Jackie's going to come back on. And I'm passing her the baton back.
Yeah.
For those of you who are new to this is what we do here in the BEC. The Black Educator Circle is all about uplifting our Black and brown educators so that they are equipped to advance in their career. We have a lot of things going on. The doors to the Leadership Academy. Sorry about that. That's my husband in the meeting. Sorry about that if y'all heard that. But the doors to the Leadership Academy will be opening in November, right? And so with that being said, if you are indeed ready to make that leap into leadership, if you are also ready to leap from where you are into non-traditional educational roles, then the academy is for you. Coach Jackie, we're gonna pull you back up here because I want you to go ahead and take us home. We talked about underestimation because this is something that educators do all the time, especially us Black and brown educators, right? We underestimate ourselves. We talked about reasons why we underestimate ourselves, but we don't want to leave you with this. We, Coach Pride and Coach Jackie, we want to leave you with some tips on how you can shift your mind and start recognizing your personal worth.
1000%. I just first want to say, because like everything you were saying just blew my wig off, Dr. Pride. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm like really passionate about Black educators. I was passionate before you and I connected. So now I'm sitting here tripping like, okay, God, you done brought me where I was supposed to be. I see you.
I love it.
And so I love the fact that I'm here, and my hat's off to each and every one of you listening to my voice. You are very, very special to me. Whether you know it or not, you have touched my soul in a way without even knowing me, just because you are who you are and signed up to teach and be an educator. I want to lead with this. That is a money block. The societal pressures that you are, noble in your employment is a money block. About it is the reason that is it's having you view yourself as I'm in my passion and I can't make a lot of money. That is furthest from the truth. These are stories that you've been told, and the more that you believe these stories in your mind is the more that these stories become your reality. Okay. And so I'm listening to you. I'm like fired up inside. It took everything in me not to start hollering and screaming over here. But
you should have.
You're like, hold on, I'm clapping, trying to be quiet.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, those are money blocks. Those are blocking you from getting to more money, getting to more opportunities, getting to more just advancement in your life. Because as you're sitting in the thought process of, I can't make more money because I
Mm,
am this noble teacher,
come on
you
now.
are blocking the abundance from coming to you.
Mm,
And the you are valuable. You're a valuable person just because of who you are, but I want to leave you with some tips, like Dr. Pride said, number one, all of those thoughts, because like being judged based upon the testing, I'm going to let you know there's so many students that if it has nothing to do with the test for them, it was you.
mm,
It was you. The test did nothing for them to advance them in their career. It was you. And I feel like with education, our students are being told you have to show up and be already at the highest level, when at the end
mm.
of the day, school is a sense of elevation, teaching you how you're going to get through life. Because even as you're living life after you're done with school, you're still elevating. You don't come out perfect
Say
in
that.
no circumstances. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
True.
none of us are perfect. We're constantly learning and growing. So that just, all of it trips me out. But I want to leave you with this. One, ask yourself, is that ultimately true?
Mm,
Is it ultimately true? Is it ultimately true that I don't deserve to make more money because I'm in my passion? Because I'm
mm,
doing, I'm teaching. Let's have an honesty moment. Is Oprah working in her passion?
mm.
Is it ultimately true?
Right.
Right? Like,
Right.
you can be working within your passion and be making buco buckles yourself. But
Mm.
it's just about getting out of your head and getting into, this can work for me. Is
Say
it
that.
ultimately true? And then another thing that I wanted to leave you with, another thing that I want you to try is this. I have something called You Are the Bomb list.
Okay.
Write down everything, every accomplishment you've ever had, starting with, I learned to walk.
Mm.
You're probably like, dang, you want to take me back that far? Yes, I'm gonna take you back
Yeah.
that far.
Sometimes you
And
need to go. That's right. Sometimes you need that.
right, Dr.
Yes.
Ply was up here talking about earlier, they were doing cursive on the chalkboard. I learned to do cursive.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right.
When you write down all your skills, by the time you're done with that I'm the bomb list, your hand's going to be tired
I love that.
and you are going to realize I'm the bomb.
That's
You
right.
really are going to end up floating. And not only that, you're going to look at that list, and on that list are those skills.
I love
And
that.
one of them, few of them, probably 10 to 20 of them, is
Hmm.
something that you're going to be able to move forward and use
I
in
love
order
that.
for you to either advance in this current career or go outside of the career you're currently within. And I want to leave you with one more thing. You
Yes,
guys
ma'am.
also have to remember, each and every one of you are at what we call the front line.
Hmm.
You see things that our children need that we may not notice as parents. I'm a parent, so we may
Ooh.
not notice them as parents.
Come on with it.
You could come up with a program that you see that the school isn't catering to, because you just said it, it's all about testing. So the school's not catering to a lot of the social, emotional, the other sides of education that are needed, right? You may see something that is needed within your school district, within your community, that is not being touched upon. It could be STEM. There's so many classes and cohorts and places right now that don't even or aren't even incorporating STEM where the rest of the world is.
Hmm.
Right. So
Hmm.
you may see something in your community, in your classroom, in your particular school that is needed, and you may be able to start that after school program.
I love that. I
You
love
see what
that.
I'm saying? So at
That's
the
good.
end of the day, it has more to do with, you may be great at speaking. You may love getting up and talking in front of a crowd. Do you know how many educational conferences they
Hmm.
are throughout the whole United States that will pay you to come speak?
It's true. That's true.
Write down all your skills. You are the bomb list. Write down that you are the bomb list. You will find your multiple streams of income there.
Love that. Love that. Love that. Love that. Thank you so much, Coach Jackie. Look, we on fire tonight. I don't know if anyone hasn't noticed. Like we are on fire tonight. Your coaches are on fire tonight. Why? Because we start in the month of October right. We are
Yes.
talking about getting you to six-figure success in the month of October. So I'm excited about that. Look, Do you have any takeaways? I'm gonna ask you. This is our check for understanding. Come on, we're gonna
Yeah.
take it all the way back. My pedagogy is strong. Let's go back. Right. Teacher of the year,
For
2 years
real.
in a row.
All right.
Administrator of the year. Come on now. So let's go all the way back. Right. This is the exit ticket. What are your takeaways? Drop those in the chat. Drop those in the chat. I love the "You Are the Bomb" list. I don't know if you see that, Coach Jackie.
I do.
Um, yeah. So they love the "You Are the Bomb" list.
Yes.
Absolutely. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you for that. I wish we could see the name. That's what I really wish we could see the name, but it's okay. I'm glad that you love the "You Are the Bomb" list. Anyone else? What are your takeaways? What are your takeaways? That was Ebony. Ebony Brown.
Yeah.
Ebony, thank you. Thank you. She said she loves the "You Are the Bomb" list. Thank you, Ebony. And we love you and we're excited that you are here with us. So good
Yes.
stuff. Yep, I
I
see you,
think
Ebony. Thank
I
you.
think what got me, Dr. Pride, I just want to leave what I'm walking away with today. I'm sorry, I can't help myself.
What
But
got you,
just
what got you, sis?
the societal pressures, man. Yes.
Mm,
Yes, that right there. Me too. That got me right there.
yep. I love that. I love that. And it's something that we need to address and we actually need to talk about it more, especially in our
Agreed.
safe space.
Agreed.
The BEC is our safe space, and I want everyone to know that. Yes, we have an influx of of members now. We're almost at 600, you guys. I'm looking at the numbers now. We're at 592. So yes, even though there's an influx of Black educators in the building, it is still. I want everyone to understand this is your safe space. This is your
1000%.
safe space. Nothing that is said here will leave this space. This is all for you. So Serena said, I'm worthy of being paid for my awesome skill set. Thank you.
Yes,
There,
you are.
look, Coach Jackie, we can listen, Coach Jackie, we can close everything now because
Yeah, we done.
we got it. We
Mic drop.
done. Look. You know how I am. Let the doors of the church open. Right, we done. We done. Absolutely, Serena. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for dropping that in the chat. That's exactly what we're talking about. That is
Yeah.
exactly what we're talking about. Oh, thank you. Someone said, Tanisha, you have done Global Prize proud. TTU. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Look, so you guys summed up the takeaways, and I'm excited. I'm not going to keep you long. It's 9:13, so we're 13 minutes past our end time. So with that being said, though, you guys summed up, and I really feel as though you guys get it, which is good because we got to hit the mindset before we get this money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it plain. We got to hit the mindset before we get this money. And I want to be clear. I'm not only because I know a lot of people are new to this. I'm not only about money and getting the money and being rich and get that's absolutely not. I'm a shift what you think. I'm about ministry.
Come on.
And I understand that it takes money to help ministry.
Come on.
So whatever your cause of getting the bag is, right? You want to increase your impact.
Yes.
You want to increase your influence,
Yes.
right? You want to increase your effectiveness, right?
That's right.
We got to secure the bag.
Yes.
That's the way to do it. We got to secure the bag.
I
And
just want
so,
to piggyback on that too, Dr. Pride.
of course you
I don't
can.
know. Mother Teresa, when she passed away, in her bank account had over $100 million at the
Wow.
Vatican. And so that's the thing. We oftentimes think, oh no, it's not about the money, but what you get to do with the money is being able to do what you want to do with it, which could be either good or God's work. So it's up to you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I love that.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Thank you so much, Coach Jackie. Thank you. Guys, tomorrow, okay, I got to put the plug in for tomorrow. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock. I try to keep our things at 8 o'clock, 8:30 the latest. Sometimes I'm running a little late. I had a client that I was working with. I do have one-on-one clients. So I had a client that I was working with and we ran a little over. So my apologies for me having to shift the time to a little later. Tomorrow, however, 8 o'clock, we're talking about the untapped opportunities in education. The untapped opportunities in education. So, yes, if you want to transition up, if you want to spread out a little bit and maybe even go into the district level and explore the things happening at the district level, right? We're talking to you. You are tomorrow. I need you to be in the place tomorrow. We're talking about the untapped positions in education that will get you that six figures. That's tomorrow. Then let me put a plug in really quickly for Thursday. Thursday, we're talking about positions outside of traditional education. So for those of you looking to leap out, these positions are for you. Yes, Dr. Pride is going to drop some gems. We're talking about coaching. We're
Yes.
also talking about consulting.
Come
We're
on.
also talking about curriculum writing and development and
Yeah.
development. We're also talking about being a college professor. I mean, we're talking
Hey.
about it all. Why? Because this month, our goal is to help you get that six figures. I hope this was helpful. I really hope this was helpful. Oh, good. Someone said here, I'm gonna show this comment here. The message landed. Please remember the people already at district, but desiring something more.
All
Absolutely. Oh, I
right.
got
Me
something for
too.
you.
Come
That's
on.
that's Wednesday. That's what no, today's Tuesday. That's Thursday. That's
Yeah.
Thursday. So I
Yeah.
promise you, I got you. I got
Yeah.
you. I have something for everyone. And I don't even know. I know I have a lot of new people here. But I even dropped job leads last month. And if y'all want me to do that again, let me know. And that's what I will do.
Do it
Our sole
again.
purpose,
Oh, sorry.
our do it again. Our sole purpose is to make sure that in the month of October, you secure six figures. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. I will talk to you later. Um, and I want everyone to have a good night. I love you. Coach Jackie loves you. And we cannot wait to continue to work with you this month.
Yeah.
Invite an educator in the group. Invite them in the group. This
And your
is the
family.
month to be in the BEC. Trust me.
Straight up.
Invite an educator, your colleague, in the group. They need
Yeah.
to answer the three questions, which is, are you going to kill somebody? Are you going to be hostile? Are you good? Okay, great. They need to answer the three questions and then we'll let them in the group. So invite your friends in the group. We're at 592 members. Let's go ahead and hit 600 by the end of the night. So invite your friends in and we will see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. All right, guys. Have a good one. Have a good one.